How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? The time is officially upon us. We are now in the finale of Reverse/Rebirth and all of Chain of Memories. We have done it. I've suffered enough. I want this game to be over, and by God, I am. I will make sure this game is indeed over. So now Riku is in the final world, Castle Oblivion. If you thought like exploring Castle Oblivion was tedious in Sora's version, Riku's is the exact opposite. There's only 3 rooms that you have to fight before you get to the final boss room, and it's not really that bad. They gave me a lot more time, harder time as Riku, because again, Sora has more versatility, but Riku it's still kind of limited, especially with the deck you have. But I wouldn't say nothing terrible, but I mean it was okay. But yeah, this is it, folks. Castle Oblivion. We're in the end game now. After this, Chain of Memories will be completed, and then I will be able to wrap up what I think about the game and also reveal what is going to be going on for this channel going forward. Now, this fight is a little bit slow because I'm trying to use, because I think that by breaking all of their cards, I'm going to use the impulse attack, but no, for the Neo Shadows, Riku uses Maelstrom. And I don't even realize that after I defeat all these Neo Shadows, there's more Heartless that are going to show up. And that's still creating much more of a problem. But realistically, at this point, I'm really just trying to get through just beat the game at this point. Like, that's the only thing that's on my mind. You guys won't see it on screen, but I did manage to go up 1 more level before we ended up fighting Ansem. And I think just to be on the safe side, I increased my HP. But yeah, just kind of like with Sora's story, the enemies here are jacked up with health, and they are very strong, so just make sure you keep mind of that, otherwise you may get screwed over. And more Heartless. I thought Dark Aura would take care of all of them, but I was kind of wrong. And now I'm just trying to finish them off as quickly as I can. Alright. This is the final room. The final gold card in this journey. And we need 13 cards. Kind of fitting. And then the Key of Beginnings. And let's end this, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready to end this. I'm ready. I want to film the rest of this video. And I want to move on with my life. Because I'm done with Chain of Memories. I just am.
Smell you, Ansem. Show yourself.
Now, unlike with Sora's final boss, Ansem does not have multiple phases. It's just one fight, and that is it. And in the original Game Boy Advance version, he was actually the toughest fight, guys. Like, because and even in this version, he spams cards so fast, and his cards are always very, very strong. But you get a little bit more of a leeway with this one because you can move around, but in the Game Boy Advance one, you had nowhere to go, and I mean nowhere. One second, guys. I'm actually going to open up my blinds here to add a little bit more light. It's getting dark where I live. There we go.
That's not it.
It's starting to get dark where I live, so at least I get a little bit more light.
I just can't stand your foul stench.
And just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, once we get to the final cutscene, there will be no game sound because there's going to be some music playing that I don't want to get in trouble for playing. So all the audio from the game will be cut off, and it'll just be like my voice. But I did the same thing with Sora's.
I'm not at all impressed.
And surprisingly enough, here's a fun fact for you guys: the fight that you are actually going to be seeing in about a few seconds is actually my second fight with Ansem, because I actually died. I died in my first fight with him because I He was too strong. He was too quick. I didn't know what to do. So yeah, you're actually looking at my second battle with him. I was gonna keep it in there just to show you guys, but then you know what? I don't want to make this video any longer. I'm ready to end it, so that's why I'm just showing you the version of me actually beating him. But yeah, this is actually my second time fighting him because I did die the first time. I really did. But I thought of a new strategy of how to beat them. Instead of using the Jafar card, use the Maleficent card, because the Maleficent card gives you more strength to your attack, so you do much more damage, and that actually helped me a lot more. I ended up doing way more damage, and it made the fight a million times easier. But I had to rapidly spam my attacks, otherwise I was going to die. And any chance I got a duel, I would just do the duel because that'd be the best way to get some health out.
This one's mine.
Duels are your friend in this boss fight, but also rapidly spamming your cards can be too. Yeah, his attacks are very strong, and then this is me at panic mode. Now I'm literally just trying to just use slates at this point, just so I can try and beat him as fast as I can, because I don't want to die again. And do I finish him off with Dark Aura? I think I do. Yep, this is it. And that is a wrap on Ansem for Chain of Memories, folks. The final boss has been defeated. Let's wrap this up so I can move on. That's a cool scene. Shot.
Handsome! This is the end.
Oh, Riku, it's far from the end. Believe me, buddy. Now, as far as fighting him again, well, we'll see him in Dream Drop Distance. We got a couple more games away. But trust me, this is far from the end, folks. I still like it though, story-wise, but this is far from the end.
Someday I will return.
Yes, you will, and you're gonna be returning very soon, buddy. I can promise you that.
Sora. Kairi.
And with a little help from Mickey, all is good. All is good.
Gosh, Riku, I know you wanted to do this alone, but you don't mind getting a little help, do ya?
I like how Mickey's got his head on his shoes. Okay, so we have now entered the final cutscene. And now, since no one's really talking, but even though you can see subtitles, I'm going to explain what happens anyway. So that's it for them. That's it for Riku and his journey for Castle Oblivion. Sora's sleeping. He's being watched by Naminé. And also, even though you don't see it, but he is being watched over by Diz and Naminé. And now Riku knows that Ansem's not defeated. His darkness is still kind of lingering in his heart. So he has to be careful of that. Even though he's accepted his own darkness, Ansem's darkness is still inside of him, so he has to be careful, otherwise Ansem could potentially take control over. His power is very low, but it can rise again. So now what Riku and Mickey are going to do, like I said earlier, they're going to don their organization robes, and they are going to just scatter throughout all the worlds, and they're going to try and find out more information on this organization. And that's what leads us into the future of the series. Now, if any of you guys are curious as to what they really do throughout that time, I recommend picking up a copy of the Nintendo DS version of 358 Days Over 2, but watching the cutscenes on the HD remixes is just as good too. You're going to get the full story and actually get a little bit more with that. So if you're ever curious, you can go pick that up, and then after that, you can go directly into Kingdom Hearts 2. And now Riku will make one final choice as this adventure finally comes to an end. Honestly, folks, I didn't even know. I thought that I thought that, you know, things would be different. I didn't think we'd actually get to this. I thought I would have raged. So now Diz is offering Riku another choice. A choice between the road to light and the road to darkness. And Riku will be taking the middle road. It's not the road to Twilight. Oh, no, 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 no. It's a different type of road. And it's not the Twilight Road to Nightfall. No. You know what it is? It's the road to dawn. And cue the credits. We are done. That's it, folks. That's it. That's it. We did it. Chain of Memories is complete. I never have to play this game again until something else comes in my life and I have to play it. But other than that, I am done. I did it. I did it all on the internet for you all to see. I beat Sora's story and I beat Riku's story. That is it for Chain of Memories. And now let's really wrap up these final thoughts. Well, first, Riku's story final thoughts. I always liked playing Riku's verse because, one, his story moved by a lot quicker, and I kind of liked his combat style. But there are still some things about his story that I just don't like. I don't like how we can't really customize our deck because, again, Wonderland and Atlantica were the worst worlds out of this whole journey because I could barely attack anything and it was very stressful. But all the other worlds were still pretty fine. The bosses can be a little bit tricky, but if you were to ask me which story I'd prefer, I'd probably say Riku's just because Riku, I think, has a better story because with his redemption. But I still appreciate stories because Sora is our main character for this series, so we have to see what becomes him. And his is really integral to what transpires later in the series, so it's important we play it. But I would still kind of choose Riku over this. But overall, I mean, revisiting it after so long, because I played this years ago, there is fun to be like, don't let my hatred towards like the card battle system like wear you down, because there is still fun to be had with this game. There really is fun, especially with Sora, how you can customize your own deck. And if you grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, then that could be a great thing for you to do. But for me, it's just, I don't like that system, and I don't like how when you're exploring the worlds, you're not really exploring them. You're just kind of seeing just digitally made rooms that don't even show off everything. You only really see something in a cutscene. And that's why I kind of wish that when they did the remake of this, that maybe they would just change it to the original combat system because it would have worked better. But obviously, if they're going to remake it, then they have to make sure they keep everything from the original game to this game. And I truly get that. But still, it's like, if you were to ask me, Tim, would you ever replay this again in your free time? No, I wouldn't. Honestly, I would, if I'm like, because I will always replay the games because I like to play the story from beginning to end from where it is right now. But when it comes to something like Chain of Memories, I am literally just watching the cutscenes, or I'm watching the Super Gaming Brothers play it because their commentary, like I said again, is great, and I highly recommend you guys watching them. But I still had fun with this because I was experimenting more with Sora, and I had a lot of fun. It sucks, though, that my live streams were getting cut because of my Wi-Fi, but I think with this new thing that I'm doing with adding post-commentary, really helps, and it makes my video quality look a lot better without any interruptions, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. So in my next playthrough that I do, and pretty much from now on until I decide to do it otherwise, I'm just going to be sticking to my voice. Myself is not going to be on the screen at all because I want to just try and do it with my voice and, you know, make sure I'm keeping up with good quality of games. But okay, if I'm gonna give it a grade. If I were to give it a grade now for Chain of Memories, I'm going to give it a C+. There were still a lot of frustrations with this, but there is still fun to be had if you like this. And now, really quickly, I'm just going to kind of go over, we're going to get a couple little tiny cutscenes to the left of the screen, so I'm going to explain what's going on, then I'm going to go to my announcement and wrap things up. So in this first thing, we see Riku and Mickey. They are actually in Hollow Bastion, and Riku can sense that Ansem is trying to get a hold of his heart, but he's just got to keep on moving. That's the best thing that he can possibly do. And Mickey is a little bit concerned about, but he's still going to try and stay at his side with Riku throughout this. And we got this mysterious boy walking through Twilight Town with some people and yada, yada, yada. And, okay, I should really probably wrap this up. And then the next cutscene is Riku going back to Naminé and Diz to check up on Sora, where he is like a year older now. And now, I've come to the conclusion that I am not going to wait until June for this special Let's Play that I'm going to do. I will be doing another Let's Play very, very soon. I'm going to keep it a surprise until then, but I have some time until this new game comes out in June that I'm going to show for you guys, but I am going to be doing a Let's Play series of another game before that game comes out. But I'm going to keep it a surprise until then. I plan on actually working on it very soon. But yeah, and you guys will just have to wait and see what that game is. But rest assured, when it comes to late June, I will be starting a new game. And it's something that I know a lot of people have been looking forward to, especially me. But thank you all so much for watching and showing your support throughout this entire Let's Play of Chain of Memories. I hope you guys got some laughs and you enjoyed it. I had a good time nonetheless. But thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you in our next Let's Play series coming very soon. See you in the next one, guys.